So recently, you went through a situation in which something was destroyed or a plan failed. And I did do a reading for the collective, and it's titled The Plan Failed, But You Didn't. And it seems that we're coming back to that message, because the deeper part of this message now is that whatever failed for you blew you wide open, and now you're feeling so much deeper and so much more than you ever have in the past. And it's really beautiful. It might be scary. I understand why it's scary, because what you're feeling, I guess what I want to say is, from the place that you're feeling now, from the conscious point that you're feeling now, you're seeing things so much more differently, and not maybe, so much more clear. Okay. You do have crystal clear here again with walking unscathed and wide open. So this walking unscathed energy is what's speaking to something that went wrong, we can say. But in reality, in the grand scheme of things, when you zoom out and take the bigger picture view of this, the plan didn't fail or something didn't go wrong at all. It actually went more right than you probably can even consciously imagine right now. And so at this point, it's left you in a place of feeling deeply, with divine vision being the center stage for you. And this is that energy that I'm speaking to that might be scaring you a little bit, because divine vision, greater vision, energetic vision, spiritual vision, you can say, is now taking center stage for you. Or maybe this is for somebody around you. 144 on the counter. I do feel like I'm speaking to someone who is a light worker, a healer, a torch bearer, I'm hearing. And while you are absolutely walking unscathed here, you are wide open and crystal clear, it also feels like there are other people around you that are being influenced. The first word I wanted to say is affected, but I don't want to use that word. I want to use the word influenced. These other people around you are being influenced to feel deeply from a place of divine vision as well. Okay, 222 on the counter. This center stage energy feels like it's the strongest all around. And what I want to ask you, and what I want to look into as we go deeper into this reading, what I want to ask you is, what is center stage for you right now? What are you feeling so deeply that you just cannot unsee it or unfeel it? Okay, that's what we're going to be getting into here. That's what we're going to be talking about. Welcome in to Sunday Best. My name is Eric, but you can call me Cheese, and this is Cheese Reads. Yes, it's so good to see you guys. Happy Father's Day to those of you out there that are celebrating. This is being recorded on Sunday, June 21st, so it is Father's Day. So if that resonates with you, happy Father's Day to you. Otherwise, I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you've had a good week. It is so good to see you again. If you are returning, and if you are new here, welcome. Yes, please make sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Of course, at your leisure. Yes, so Sunday Best, we are looking at the energies for the collective right now. This is a weekly reading, but keep in mind that this can resonate for you at any time. Yes. And I am available for private readings. If anybody is interested, just check the information in the description box below. So we're going to get deeper into this. I'm going to move into the tarot section of this reading. We're going to be doing my what you need to know spread, split into two sections. For those of you who know, y'all know. For those of you who don't, quick description. We're going to be looking at the energies leading up from the past into the current moment, and then after that, over on Patreon, we're going to be looking at the current moment off into the future. Yes, not to predict anything, but to see if things are lining up the way that we like. If not, it'll give us a chance to make some energetic adjustments to manifest something different. Yes? All right. Let's go deeper into this. The last card in the oracle section for this is repetition at the bottom of the deck. And actually underneath that is spiritual tests, 444 on the counter. And then under that is rebuilding. So I think what's also part of the deeper vision, or the feeling deeper, the divine vision, maybe even the center stage energy, I feel like somebody here is really coming to terms with the fact that they really did have to repeat a certain type of situation over and over and over again to get the result. And it actually does feel like the opposite, or the antithesis, I guess, of Einstein's definition of insanity, that being like doing something the same way over and over and over again, expecting a different result. That it is that, and it isn't that, because you had to do something, or you had to go through some sort of situation over and over and over again, repeating the cycle, potentially doing the same things over again, expecting something different, for this divine vision to take center stage, for something to break, the rose-colored glasses to break, even for you to then start to feel deeply enough to say, oh, wait, maybe I do need to change my approach to this, or maybe there is something in this that I haven't been seeing before. 555 on the counter. Okay, cool. We're going to get deeper into this, and we're going to see what that actually is for you. Yeah? All right. Here we go. Thank you so much, Spirit. All right, Spirit. What does the collective need to know at this time? Let's cut the deck. Boop. All right. Overall energy, kids, we have the Page of Swords. Okay. Now, as I'm recording this reading, the sun has officially entered into the constellation of Gemini. Now, it is June 21st. I believe it moved into Gemini about 2 days ago. But now keep in mind that this is from the perspective of true sidereal astrology, okay? Not tropical or traditional. And traditionally, traditionally in the terms of the tarot, the Page of Swords would represent the constellation of Gemini, or the sign of Gemini. And that's the first thing that I'm thinking of here. This Page of Swords doesn't feel like it's anybody else looking at you or watching you or seeking information. Of course, that could be the case somehow for some people. But really, the main message from this Page of Swords is this is you being in an inquisitive energy. I also do feel like you might be a Gemini here, okay? And if you're a Gemini, happy birthday. But this does make me think of the sun being in Gemini, and I feel like collectively we are influenced to look deeper into our situations and what is going on here. Underneath the Page of Swords is strength. And then underneath strength is the 8 of Pentacles. I like that a lot. This is an energy of you building yourself up. Honestly, being so focused on what it is you're feeling. Like you're feeling, what you're feeling right now is absolutely taking center stage, but this is, and it might feel obsessive. It may feel like there's an obsessive energy going on here, but really this is a very good energy, the very honest energy I'm hearing too, because whatever it is you are seeking, whatever information you are seeking, or whatever understanding it is that you are coming to, it's helping you to build yourself better and stronger. It's helping you to fortify your strength. It's helping you to become stronger within yourself. It's helping you to craft whatever it is you are wanting or needing to craft. And I feel like this is specifically in terms of the life you truly want to be living and or experiencing. Okay. For some of you, this is either you or people around you, maybe the people around you that I feel your energy is influencing. This very well could be somebody now starting to look at the spiritual side of things, because we do have divine vision here, the spiritual side of things, and working on themselves spiritually. And I definitely feel like there is a message here for somebody that you are absolutely influencing this in other people. And you are doing nothing other than just being. And that's exactly how this is supposed to work. Okay. This is how we create change. We embody the version of ourselves that we know are the best versions of ourselves. We embody the light, the energy, the vibration, of upliftment, of enlightenment, of expanded consciousness, of expanding souls and awareness and growing stronger and bigger and better and faster and all that. And that in turn, that energy radiates out of us and it influences the people around us and the circumstances around us. Okay, so that's beautiful. That is really, really excellent. All right. Okay, so let's get into the first half of this. We're going to be looking at the energies from the recent past leading up to that have gotten us to where we are right now. Yes? First set of surrounding energies for the collective, we have the Five of Swords. Well, well, well. Look what we have here. Is this a surprise? No. This is something that we know has been going on for us or for whomever is in this collective. Seeing this Five of Swords here is no surprise. It's actually expected at this point because in hindsight, you are seeing the struggle that you had to go through, the swords that, the battles that you had to walk away from, the situations that you just had to stop giving your energy to, okay? I do feel like with divine vision here, you have walking unscathed, you have wide open, you have crystal clear. You're crystal clear on the circumstances that you went through that you are now walking unscathed out of. Okay. This is very well known to you. This is, and the divine vision that is now setting in that you are now capable of seeing from is helping you to really see clearly what this Five of Swords energy has been for you. How it is you had to consciously choose to stop the battle, consciously choose to stop the struggle, consciously choose to stop feeding into a negative cycle. Because part of this divine vision is you seeing that not only was it a detriment to you to stay in this struggle, this Five of Swords energy, whatever the circumstance has been for you, not only was it detrimental to you, but it was also detrimental to the other people that were involved here, regardless of whether it's who is right and who is wrong here. Feeding into it was destructive to them too. So even if you're walking away from a situation or circumstance in which there's a lot of animosity, a lot of pain, a lot of anger still, there is, I'm feeling, a level of compassion saying nobody deserves to be in this situation. Nobody needs this. Nobody needs this. No matter how hard you may be wanting to fight back, no matter how hard there's a part of you that may want revenge and may want to be as petty as all get out. There is also another part of you that is connected to this divine vision energy that is influencing you and maybe even others to say, nobody deserves this. Nobody should be a part of this. Nobody should be going through this. I'm just going to stop participating. That's beautiful. Five of Swords is coupled. Five of Swords is coupled with the Six of Swords. All right, look at that. Somebody is finally walking away from the struggle. And the biggest part of this message here is that someone is putting their sword down. Finally saying enough is enough. And in this Six of Swords energy, I do get sorrow. I do get a bit of an energy of the reason why you may have been standing around and fighting against this or struggling with this is because you do actually have a great deal of love and maybe even compassion for whomever was involved here. Maybe a very, very much a love-hate relationship, or like it's very much a situation of in terms of like you can really only hate someone to the depths that you actually love them. That's beautiful though, because the strongest part about this situation is recognizing and understanding the need to just put the sword down and walk away. Just move away from this struggle, from this energy, from this strife and this pain. That's beautiful. And it makes sense because again, you have this crystal clear energy and you have this wide open energy. All right. So it makes perfect sense that you would be in a position to see this so clearly and be able to make the appropriate moves. Second set of surrounding energies for the collective here. We've got the Page of Wands. New inspiration, maybe even new love, rediscovering yourself, finding a new passion in life. This may even be sexual energy, and sexual energy is healing energy. I I am seeing somebody engaging in some self pleasure in order to generate some healing energy or get that creative energy moving. Do you, boo? I, I ain't mad at it, but but anyway, what this Page of Wands is really speaking to is having come to a place of rediscovering yourself, discovering something new about yourself, discovering a new level of strength that you didn't know you had. Okay. And wanting to do something with it, I'm hearing, and specifically feeling like Page of Wands, you may be getting creative again. You may be getting, I definitely feel an energy of being inspired again, of being in a new place of wonder. Really, the main thing I want to say is feeling inspired again. And I just heard inspired to get up and get going in this new direction, with this new frame of mind, with this new divine vision, center stage for yourself. And really, what I'm seeing in the Page of Wands here is that you are center stage. You are putting yourself center stage. You are allowing yourself, your desires, your feelings, your vision to be center stage. And that's beautiful. And in many ways, you are reclaiming your life in that. Page of Wands is coupled with the Six of Pentacles. This is giving new boundaries. I'm kind of also seeing a bit of a Hierophant energy in my head, but I also see the Hierophant sometimes as like your personal governance system when we're not talking about like collective governing bodies. I feel, what I'm getting with the Page of Wands and the Six of Pentacles is an energy of recreating yourself, reworking your boundaries so that you have the ability to be in more of a greater reciprocal type of situation. Whether this be friends, whether this be family, whether this be romantically, whether this be in business, or whatnot, whatever, it doesn't matter. I feel like you are recreating yourself. This Eight of Pentacles here, recreating yourself, recreating your boundaries, redrawing your boundaries so that you have the potential to receive more in a more balanced way. And with this Page of Swords energy as your overall, very first card in your overall energy, I feel like you're taking what you have learned here, Five of Swords, Six of Swords. You're taking what you have learned and now are applying it to creating a situation in which there is greater reciprocity to be had. It may not necessarily be coming in just yet. We'll see in the second half of the reading where we're going with that. But right now, in this moment, it feels like you are setting the stage. That actually feels like what is center stage for you right now. Redrawing those boundaries, rebuilding those boundaries in a greater, more efficient way so that there is greater reciprocity in your life to be had. Okay. I like that a lot for you. Your challenge from the past leading up to the current moment is loving yourself. Ace of Cups. Finally accepting yourself. Finally accepting your desires. No longer leaving yourself out in the cold for the sake of someone else, we'll say, for lack of a better term. Take it as it resonates. But accepting a cup of love for yourself, accepting the fact that your cup needs to be running over in order for you to be able to pour into anyone else. That has been the challenge. And that may be where this Five of Swords energy really lies. So that also could be what has become crystal clear for you. It really is not about anyone else or what they have done or how they may have treated you. It is what you have allowed how you have allowed yourself to be treated here, that has become crystal clear to you, that is now center stage in the recreation, the rebuilding of yourself. Eight of Pentacles, strength, and the Page of Swords as well, right? This has, in fact, made you so much stronger. And for some of you, you're kind of giggling or laughing at the fact that, yes, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. And yeah, you've become much stronger, but you're not hardened. You haven't gone cold. You're still feeling very, very deeply. Your capacity to feel has expanded exponentially. And that may be what is really freaking you out. If in some cases, if like this may feel pretty overwhelming at the moment, but it's only overwhelming because you are experiencing it consciously now in greater ways than you have before. But the fact that you're feeling it is proof that you can handle it. It's only overwhelming right now because it's a fairly new sensation to you. Okay. Your challenge has been accepting this cup. I feel like this repetition, these situations that you had to go through over and over and over again, that you are now crystal clear about, all of that was pushing you to finally accept love for yourself. And this love for yourself is exactly the place from which you are rebuilding your boundaries for greater reciprocity. It's like you are fortifying your dam, we'll say, so that it's not leaking anymore and you can actually fill up the dam and make it be useful, you know, if that makes sense to you. The Ace of Cups is coupled with the Chariot. Wow. This is where divine vision is coming in. On the surface, this may just feel like, mundane, blase, la-di-da, everyday, like self-love and everything. But this is the exact stuff, the exact type of energy that actually puts you in the driver's seat, that puts you directly in the perfect position to move forward in your life. And I know this might be cliche. This kind of feels like and sounds a little cliche, but this is you getting on your path. Well, no, it's not like you were ever off your path, but getting into greater alignment, getting directly aligned with your path, with your soul's vision, with how your soul wants to move forward, with what it is your soul is meant to be doing here, the plan that you made for your life, the experiences that your soul planned on having to help you grow and succeed and expand. Your challenge has just been to get on the bus, get online with that. And you had to go through these repetitive, destructive situations that you are absolutely walking out of unscathed. You had to go through those situations because they fit you into that alignment. And the last piece of that puzzle, or one of the main pieces of that puzzle that helps put all this together for you, was accepting this cup of love for yourself. Accepting the cup of love that the divine has been trying to hand you through these destructive situations that got you to realize, whoa, wait a second, I don't deserve this. Don't nobody deserve this. Let's just move on from here. And in that moment was when you were able to accept that cup of love that puts you in direct alignment. Closing message, potential outcome for the past leading up to the current moment. Shh, you've got the Magician, bitch. Yes. All right. So now it's time to start consciously creating. Now you are consciously creating. You are diligently doing this intelligently, intentionally creating. There's a lot of determination behind this magician. Very much as above, so below. And this might seem contradictory, but well, what are the? It feels like you are very, very serious. Okay, that's the word. You're intentional. Thank you. You are very intentional about what it is you are manifesting right now. But you're also, I get this feeling that you're really not taking it that seriously. And yet at the same time, you are. You feel detached, yet engaged. Right. Contradictory. I know. But I mean, hey, we live in a dualistic environment, reality right now, right? So okay. You're detached enough to allow the energy to flow, but you are engaged enough to consciously direct that energy as it flows. I love that for you. The magician is coupled with death. You're not trying to create change with this magician and death energy. You have actually, the reason why you're so intentional, the reason why you are in this intentional magician, conscious manifester energy, 555 on the counter, is because you have changed and transformed. Being in this magician energy right now is, in fact, a direct result of the transformation you have gone through. And might I say, that is quite beautiful. And actually, with this said, well, not actually, but like with this said, I am really excited to see what the second half of this is going to look like. We're going to look at the current energies moving off into the future. And look, we're just looking at how things are coming together energetically, getting an energetic check-in. If there's anything in there that is undesirable, if we're moving in a certain direction that's not quite where we want to be going, with that knowledge, we'll be able to readjust, course correct a little bit. But overall, to be quite honest with you, from what I'm seeing and where you're going right now, you're moving in a very seriously powerful and beautiful direction for yourself. And you really should be proud of all of the things that you've been through that have led you to this moment. Because you did, in fact, survive and you got stronger for it. And from that place of having gotten stronger for it, you get to build even more on that strength. And that is because 2727 on the counter, that is because you have learned. You have learned. The message is clear. Congratulations, because you've learned a very powerful lesson, and now you get to move on to something bigger and better. This almost feels like, in some cases, take this as it resonates. I don't think this is going to be for everyone, but it feels like you may have unlocked a bonus level. Like this, where you're heading, this energy kind of feels like, there was potential for you to reach this, but it wasn't necessarily required. And it feels like it was just like an extra little thing, an extra little gem on your path that could happen, maybe won't. Even if it doesn't, if it does, that's great. I mean, that's fantastic, actually. That's so cool. But even if it doesn't, that's cool too. It's not the part of the main quest. Well, it is part of the main quest, but it's like an extra achievement. And for whomever this is, if this part of the reading resonates for you, the fact that you did this, the fact that you reached this, the fact that you were able to attain this extra achievement or open this extra door is like, whoa, spirit is proud of you. Like, badass over here. Who the fuck are you? Like, damn. We knew that you could do it, but we weren't necessarily expecting you to. Well, shit. Scared of you. All right. Well, we're going to get into the second half of this reading. If you are not going to follow us over on Patreon, thank you so much for tuning in. I hope this was helpful for you. I love you so very much. Please make sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. If you haven't done so, please let me know how this is resonating for you down in the comments. Let's start a conversation about it. Share your stories. Because also in you sharing your stories with others, it will influence them to get involved or to get engaged, or help confirm some things for themselves that they're going through. Yeah? I love you so much. I hope you have a fantastic day and week, and I look forward to connecting with you again very, very soon. And if you'd like a personal reading with me, check the information in the description box below. Bye.